Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Garson.
And today we're watching Squid Game episode 4. What happened last time?
Last time, I think we solidified, well, there's a lot of stuff that happened in the story, but I think what's important is that we solidified that we're both actually excited, at least to a noticeable degree about the show. I actually want to watch it at this point. I'm excited to see it, but at least that's my take. I don't know about you. Because we started off kind of rocky, obviously, but now I'm in a place where, like, I actually want to see what's going on. I'm actually interested. I find myself more interested in, like, rather than the story, like the games and stuff like that. I'm way more interested in the characters, but not only that, but, like, what the show is trying to say, you know? Like, whether, like, all the themes and stuff like that. Like, it has a very strong theming to it, and that's I really hope that it continues, because that's been like the most engaging part to me, is like trying to figure out like what all of this means on like a meta level, and because there clearly is some sort of a message to be had here, so that's really cool. But they had the cookie, whatever game that is, I forget the name, the Korean name, as we have forgotten all of the Korean names in the show. And what did it end on? A cliffhanger? What, we're just moving on to the next one, basically? Yeah, a bunch of stuff happened. There was a bunch of shenanigans. There were different relationships forming. We different
have
teams.
the guy infiltrating behind the scenes well. The detective guy, and the other guy who noticed that he was suspicious conveniently got killed in like a very weird scenario. Still not quite sure like what that was about, you know, why
the scenario was about?
No, like why they didn't just shoot him, and like what the whole deal is with all of the people. But we'll see. We'll find out more about that and probably the next game.
Oh, I was thinking about that actually. I think the reason why they didn't just shoot the guy, or like why they didn't just open fire, was because they were, I think that if we're dealing with the whole, like, as I was talking about, the theming of it, if like the games or this structure is sort of represents communism to some degree, it might make sense because they're thinking more collectivist rather than the individualists of, like, you know, trying to get ahead, trying to win the prize, being the one that rises to the top and gets the whole prize themselves. If they're thinking more collectivist and thinking more about like the whole and like the whole mission that they're doing, rather than this guy's one specific personality, then maybe that explains why, or like his life basically, maybe that explains why he was so willing to forfeit his life despite being so young, or because maybe he's just driven towards the cause.
That explains him. But that doesn't explain why everyone else wouldn't shoot him for the good of
because the guy was still
else.
holding a gun. That gun can go off and kill somebody else.
I suppose, but they all had guns.
Yeah, but guns kill people. Like, he was still holding a gun. What if you shoot him and then he squeezes the trigger and then someone gets their fucking brains blown out? It's a hostage situation. You don't just open fire randomly. Although, yeah, also, I think mostly it was the reveal for dramatic effect, but I think it's also saying something about how he knew. I think the thing that we're supposed to take away from it is that he knew that if he took off his mask, he would be dead, and he did it so that this guy wouldn't just open fire into the crowd of other people. He was sort of sacrificing himself because he believes in like the cause, or like the structure, or something like that. Like, I'm working kind of backwards from the conclusion that I've already made about like what this all means, so it's not a perfect thing. I could be wrong, but that's just my guess. Like, using, I guess, deductive reasoning would be that. So like I don't actually know, but that would be my guess, is like what it's trying to say is, one, it was just a way to show us that there's like a kid who's like in the, you know, medial position. He's like a square, or was he a triangle? I think he was a square. He was a square. But like higher than the lowest rank. Yeah. So, you know, that says something more about like the whole thing that is supposed to give us a little tidbit about that. That's what I'm kind of excited about, because I don't really care necessarily about the structure just as it exists to like prey upon all of these people who are in debt for somebody's entertainment. I care about it because I think that the way that it's structured says something about like what the show is trying to say, and I think that it might actually have some merit. I'm actually excited to hear or to see more about like what that is. So that's what I'm excited for. Are you excited to see people's hands get crushed and them stabbed in the back? And
hopefully that doesn't happen again.
With hot coffee?
What I really hope for this episode is, last thoughts, I hope that the game is more similar to the previous game, where it's not just a absolute bloodbath. I mean, it kind of was, but I like that it was a bit more complex and very like detailed and intense. So I'm hoping for that with the future games. And yeah, we're excited. Hope you're excited. Hope you like and subscribe. If you like this, you can check out our Patreon to get a week ahead. Let's get into it.
Oh yeah, it ended off on like a little thing. They like stopped him.
Was he the first one to finish?
Yes.
I think, and yeah, and he got like led a different way. Oh. I can't believe they didn't get busted for that.
It was so obvious.
He knows.
He's putting it together. But does he blame him?
It's like, awesome. I am so exhausted right now.
I think he's happy. He likes this guy. He sees him as like kind of a father figure.
내가 쉽게 죽을 줄 알았어? 양문동 성기훈이야. 덕분에.
미안해. 괜히 내가 다 찢어주자고 했어.
아, 아니야. 알고 그런 것도 아닌데.
I'm feeling super guilty right now.
I just love like the subtlety. That's how you can tell he's a good actor. Like the experience of this, like giving the subtlety of like, oh, it's not like you knew. That type of thing. I don't know. Why would she block to the camera, but not to the 50 people behind her?
Yeah, not to the armed guards behind her.
계란이랑 사이다. 빨리 줘요.
못 받았어요. 5명밖에 없다고요.
음식은 참가자 수만큼 준비했어.
빨리 내 거 내요.
This is another part of the game.
음식은 참가자 수만큼 준비했습니다.
저기요. 저 사람들이 2번 가져갔어요. 내가 봤어요.
He finishes it off.
네, 씨발 재수없게 쳐다보고 지랄이야.
당신들 뭐야? 왜 남의 걸 가로채는 건데?
아, 이거 아저씨 거야? 아저씨 이름 뭔데? 여기 아저씨 이름 써 있나?
It's so shitty, but it's
clearly part of the game.
What I'm saying is it's interesting that like, oh no, people are viewing this as shitty when they're all playing in a game where only one of them walks out of there. So whether they kill them off by like stacking it against them or not, you know.
이봐요 정신.
What? He's already dead.
죽었어.
Wow.
What?
사람이 죽었어요. 저 사람이 죽었어요.
It's the entire
Yeah,
point.
I do you not understand where you are right now?
I think that's what it's kind of demonstrating. Is that
Does it need to be demonstrated?
I guess it's just that the way they're viewing it as it's different because one of them did it, and they're all like on the same side, but they're not. You know.
Mm. So they could literally just kill everyone in here. Could kill each other.
This changes the game.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to mess around with some kind of
you better be
shitty childhood game. You could just murder everyone in their sleep.
Exactly, yeah. Well, maybe it did need to get established. I didn't think of it that way. Wow, that quick. Well, now there's a bunch of broken glass, so everybody better be ready.
Gonna come in, wheel them out. Wow. Nice. What are you doing?
Harvesting organs.
서둘러. 곧 추출 시간이야.
Black market organ trade.
I know, but I wonder.
They brought him in at the end. Maybe I think it might be under the table without the superior's allowance. That's my guess.
Maybe.
That's why they snuck him in. It was all clandestine.
나도 끼워줘요. 같은 편에.
우리가 왜? 아저씨 뭐 할 줄 아는데?
나 밖에서 의사예요. 도움 될 겁니다.
그래서 뭐 여기서 감기 걸리면 주사라도 놔주시게?
불 꺼지면 구석에 가만히 있어. 숨도 쉬지 말고. 숨소리 나면 내가 너 잡으러 간다. 내가 알아요. 다음 게임이 뭔지.
Just say if we make it till tomorrow morning, I'll freaking tell you. Yeah. And you can't really just call someone out. Like, you can't just not believe that it's too big of a gamble, because if they did know, it would be everything. Oh, shit. Just waiting.
It's instead of letting him go to sleep, it's just the next game's just gonna begin, isn't it? Oh, Jesus. Oh, the broken glass. Oh, no, I'm wrong. That's what you said they were waiting. They're waiting to, like, rush in, right? Or just being at the ready?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm dumb. Yeah, they set it up specifically. This is all part of the game.
Oh, in their beds.
Oh, the
Let's see people
thermal,
moving.
yeah. Just gonna walk around stabbing people?
This is so sketchy. Oh my god.
Oh my god, the lights are way too bright. Holy shit! Oh my god! What's the cue? When is it too far, or?
Oh. Flashing lights? Like assholes just trying to, like, stir it up more? It's pretty fucked.
Oh shit. Now it's like too dark to see. At all.
Oh, she's got the knife still.
She kicked him. No, the knife! Shit!
Someone else gonna get it.
There's no way. Fuck!
Oh my god.
Now he has the goddamn knife.
Oh shit.
Who is that? Is it just a random? It is just a random. Oh! Oh shit. Does he care about the old man?
Shit. Oh my god.
And they gave him all weapons with the bottles. I wasn't even thinking. Like, the one broke, but I thought they collected him afterwards.
And they made these beds, like, so easy to disassemble and tip over.
Oh my god.
Are they gonna just call it at some point? Holy shit.
I wonder if they're monitoring who killed people for, like, another part of the game or something. Or who didn't, maybe. Maybe they'll get an advantage.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably not.
Oh, she's coming over. Watch out. Oh my god.
Yeah, you're badass. Oh, shit. Ah! Oh, nice, nice. Oh, he's strong as shit. Talk no jutsu.
게임 종료.
Why?
Is he gonna get caught with a knife?
Would that really?
Because they're gonna think that he snuck it in.
Would that be such a bad thing?
They took all their well, it's gone anyway.
Yeah. I think at this point they wouldn't give a fuck. Like in this situation.
Oh!
요즘에 황인으로고 있습니까? 우린 서로 이름을 모릅니다.
Same.
Because if you remember, he ran into him in an alleyway.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
before,
I remember.
Yeah. I was just editing, so I remembered. Well.
I wonder how the old man got out of there. Just like...
I think he just got his sleep when he could, and then woke up.
There was no time for sleeping. They
Before the lights went out. Yeah, they had
Oh.
like an hour or two or whatever, and then he just went up as soon as the lights went off.
이 개새끼들 죽이라고 판 깔아줄 때는 언제고 왜 말리고 지랄이야? 게임이고 뭐고 깨끗이 정리할 수 있었는데.
That's precisely why they don't want to.
They stopped it
Yeah.
so that you wouldn't, but they did it so that you would.
게임도 잘하고 나면
Yeah, did they detail it's like a one takes all?
선생님.
Did they say that? I don't think they've said that.
No, I don't think they've said that, but I think that's probably
It's
what
implied
it is.
because like if you end it early, then it goes to the
Well,
people
no,
who died.
I think it said that there were 6 games, so, but they might be purposefully made to like eliminate, you know,
The last one will be
a
like
certain number of people. 27 people.
맞지 오빠?
내가 진짜 오빠 맞아? 님 같은데.
아저씨 내가 몇 살로 보여요?
49.
뽑기 할 때 그냥
그럼
마지막 기회다.
Well, you're definitely not 29. I can say that right now. Oh.
빙고. 오빠 센스 있네.
Their legs were like so far apart. I was like, what the fuck? They're like standing on opposite sides of the stall.
오빠 돌팔이 의사 새끼랑 뭐 있지?
이게 뭐가 있어? 응?
오빠 진짜 나랑 끝까지 같이 가는 거지? 나 속이면 안 돼.
그래, 나만 믿어.
She's literally got you by the balls. You probably shouldn't lie to her right now.
He needs to be careful of his charge. It's 39%.
Yeah, he heard somebody coughing before as well.
Yeah. I wonder what that's about. Like, I feel like we wouldn't hear it if it wasn't important, you know? Oh.
What?
He's, yeah.
Oh, shit.
I hope you know what that says.
I'm sure he does.
Number
He wouldn't have recognized it.
He's talking to him.
What
Someone
the
is trying to get in contact with him.
Oh, it probably has something to do with the organ thing.
But it was before. Oh, maybe.
Because he didn't show up, so they're trying to get in contact.
Letting him know, at this time, come to this place.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah, he looked at him before.
Mm-hmm. Played as a team. Oh, they did a little team building exercise last night. That's what that was all about.
10명씩 팀으로 하는 거면
Teams of 10.
우리 집에 왜 왔니? 뭐 이런 거 시키려나?
우린 이미 노인이랑 여자가 있으니까 나머지는 남자들로 뽑아야 돼.
그러다가 고무줄이나 공기놀이 같은 거 그런 거 시키면 그건 여자들이 더 잘하잖아.
그럴 수도 있지만 확률상 남자들이 많아. 지금 우리 목숨을 베팅하는 거야. 어느 쪽에 걸 거야? 5명만 뽑으면 되니까 각자 흩어져서 1명씩 데리고 오는 거야. 오케이?
It's a good idea.
이 손 감춰. 약해 보이니까.
But that makes you look sketchy. Like,
It's true.
I'm not sure if missing fingers makes you look weak, does it? How is
had
he
a better
gonna...
chance of finding like another team of 5 and like building it up, you know?
혹시 팀을 정하셨나요? 아니요. 그럼 저랑 같이 하시죠. 팀이 있습니다. 아니, 근데 저는 꼭 제 아내랑 같이 해야 되는데.
Oh no.
Well, if the old man hasn't found anyone,
저희 팀에 이미 여자가 많아서요.
many women on our team. This guy, like, you don't even know what you're playing. You feel bad for them.
I feel really bad. That fucking sucks ass. But they might just be lying as well. You never know. What if the game starts and he just like fucking stabs her right in the gut? Like just not even. Another young lady.
아니지. 지금 장난하는 거지?
사람 넘치잖아. 안 보여? 우리 지금 딱 10명인 거야.
오빠, 왜 그래? 내가 미안해. 내가 더 잘할게. 오빠 나 뭐든지 시켜만 줘. 나 다 잘해. 알잖아, 오빠도.
그러니까 만나면 되잖아.
Is he trying to tell her something?
오빠,
I think he's just looking out for himself.
Is he?
나 없이 정말 괜찮아? 나는 오빠 없이 안 돼.
아, 씨발 더럽게 질척거리네 진짜. 자꾸 오빠야. 어? 한 번만 더 오빠라고 짓거리면 버린다.
I can't tell what's real. I can't tell what, like... They had time while we weren't looking to, like, set this up.
이제야 본색이 나오시는구만.
정덕수, 씨발놈아.
This seems pretty legit, though.
죽인다고 했다.
아이고 무서워라. 우리 한민혜 씨 오늘도 게임 잘해보세요. 응?
Is she gonna come on the other team?
뭐냐? 나랑 하자.
Are there gonna be some odd people out?
Probably. Or actually probably not, unless it's, like, literally 3 people.
Let's see.
아무도 못 데려온 사람이 누구죠? 미안하니.
Now he's thinking that he wished he brought the frickin' couple.
누가 불러서 왔어? 남자들로만 모으자고 했지.
글쎄, 안 해. 나 잘못 온 거야?
그냥 여기 앉아 있어.
You don't even know what the freaking game is, you know?
오갈 데 없이 밀려난 인간이 오겠지.
밀려나게 누가 밀려나? 오빠들 오늘 럭키한 줄 알아.
I feel like you are pretty lucky to have her. Like she's pretty
Crafty.
smart, yeah.
They don't know that. They just think she's fucking crazy. He's banking way too much on this men thing, and like I get it statistically speaking, but there's more factors
But like
than just that.
freaking Buddy over there got like all strong big dudes on his team, and it's
That's
like
true.
how do you know what it is? It might be like
Yeah, he hasn't fully put together what the game is.
it could be fucking trivia or like some weird, you know what I mean? Like
I
it
bet
could
it's
be
a
something
setup. I bet
totally
they're
random.
exactly. I think they're setting it up that it's gonna be like, oh, the 10 strongest men will win. But I highly doubt that the game's gonna be that simple.
It's gonna be like a tug of war to who falls off there. Oh, it is. It actually
Never
is.
mind. I'm completely fucking wrong. They win. Holy shit, we're fucked. This is bad. This is very bad. But there's probably some kind of twist to it.
There's gotta be. It's not just gonna be tug of war. That would be, yeah. There's gotta be like some kind of trick to it or some kind of added, you know?
Okay, so we got a character team and a red shirt team. I wonder who will win. They're fucked. They are.
But there's only
fucked.
one character, and he's the worst one. Imagine if they did just, like, kill him off like that by a bunch of randoms.
I don't think he's the worst one. He's definitely not a good guy.
I think he's the one, like, least worthy of winning the game.
What makes you say that?
Because he's a literal murderer. multiple times in the game and out of the game. Wow, I like how they're all handcuffed in there.
That noise he just made was terrifying.
Shit.
How far is this pit? Do we see the bottom?
I think it's pretty far.
It's blackness. What if the music stops and you just hear a... Oh no, they already hit the ground. Far enough, clearly.
I wonder how they're gonna pull this off. Just get lucky with the team they're against?
I guess so. Number 29.
If they're like slightly alive. Yeah. Okay.
Oh no. Oh, it's not looking good already. I mean, it wouldn't be looking good no matter what. The entire team is kind of trash.
Yeah. Is there any way to, like, strategy to a tug-of-war?
Just heave-ho. Just keep up a good rhythm and have strong people. There's not really much more than that. Having better coordination can turn the tide, but unless it's, like, relatively equal people, there's not much you can do. Who is this girl? Like, what?
A tug-of-war legend over here.
I wonder if that black and white thing at the beginning was his childhood.
Interesting. Looks like they've got the spread out a little bit.
Well, the guy's looking pretty confident on the other side. Anchor, yeah. Mm-hmm. I know about that part of the strategy. The strongest person.
The weak people, like...
That's smart. Then it creates like a consistent force in one direction.
Nice.
Oh god, is this gonna work?
But I mean, there's no way it can't work else all of the main characters die.
That's true. That's true. I wasn't thinking. I was purposely not thinking about it like that. But now that you've introduced plot armor into my strategy, then
they're laying down. Interesting.
Using the force of all of your weight.
Mm-hmm. They'll freak out, and then
they'll lose all their composure.
This is a good strategy.
Yeah.
Because it actually works, and it fucks with them.
No!
Wow.
Old guy's giving her.
It's like as soon as the first person, they're already done.
Oh no. They're getting it
They have
back.
such bad shoes for it, too. Oh.
No laces. The rhythm isn't as good, but they're stronger.
Oh. Can they do the same thing as before? Can they, like, go back into that?
I don't think they can. Or can they? I don't think they can. Smart.
Three steps,
No, a lot. You want them to go all the fucking way back. What the fuck?
Cliffhanger.
I love this is Squid Game, not Attack on Titan.
They have a full hour, and they still do this shit.
Half the episode you couldn't fucking see anything, and they ended off on a cliffhanger. That was a good episode.
That's pretty good.
That was a good episode.
I like that. I like the, you know, sort of the throwing them in the dark and taking down people that way. That was interesting.
The metagame. It's the kind of shit I wish they did in Survivor. That would make it way more interesting. I'm still upset that, like, I haven't seen many seasons of Survivor, but nobody's actively poisoned anyone yet. And it's always kind of what weirded me out, that nobody knew that there was a laxative on this island and used it and played some kind of metagame, but I feel like that's against the rules. It's not against the rules here. You could fucking straight up stab a guy with a broken bottle in this game.
Yeah. It's interesting because, like you said at first, like, they don't really need to do that, but then they kind of did because it introduced a whole nother aspect to the game.
Yeah.
And there's no coming back from it as well, because before they were kind of all like, oh, we're, and at first they were really shocked when one of them kills another one of them. Speaking of Survivor, sorry, finish what you're saying, sorry. So then, and at first everyone's like, oh, this is no good, and then they think about it in another way. The money comes flying down. Yeah. And it's just like,
once you're reminded of the goal, yeah.
I'm killing these people anyway, basically.
Whether you kill them in cold blood or by accident, it's basically the same thing. Speaking of Survivor, it's very reminiscent of the first season of Survivor. If you've seen that, we'd been watching it a while ago, but it's a similar thing where in the first season of Survivor, like now Survivor is so meta. It's like not even about surviving, it's all about the social aspect. But in the first season, they leaned way more heavy into like we're a team surviving and we have to sacrifice somebody, and it's always a bad thing when somebody gets sacrificed. For like until like the last 8 people, it's like always a huge tragedy when someone has to get sent home. Nobody ever wants to send anybody home.
Everyone's so upset they just like.
But then once it starts reaching the end and it's starting to dwindle and there's not so many people they like anymore. Now it's like you see this change happen where they're like reminded of the money. They're still dumb as shit in that season. But if you've ever seen it, like, it's interesting to see it go from like, you know, we're all in this together. We're all trying to survive this and get the best outcome. Yeah.
It's not optimal, but it has to happen. And then it's just like, I'm going to send that fucker home.
It's a similar thing happened here, this episode, where it was illuminated like, no, we're not on the same side. There's a prize. We're here to play the game. And unfortunately, the price is death. So, and it's going to happen inevitably. People are going to get voted off the island / die horribly anyway. So whether by accident or on purpose, they like, you got to make a choice to do it. And yeah. And the betrayal, I was convinced that like they were the smart ones and they were going to be playing the long con and this was all a performance. But no, it seems fully like that arc is completely fucking gone. So that happened way faster than I was expecting. I'm kind of disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's just
that guy's like fully in it for himself. She's fully in it for herself.
Yeah.
And if it had been something different, he might have like brought her along. But if it seems like he knew fully that it was tug of war, not just that it was like a vague idea of it. You know, like it was kind of knew the full story. So it's just like, why would he want her on the team? Regardless of what's she gonna do? She already helped him out once. If he was thinking she probably wouldn't even make it to the next thing after this anyway, you know? So.
Yeah, all that murdery shit at the beginning was insane.
Pretty fucked.
But
sorry, I was gonna say, I was like, when are they gonna stop it? Because they're all like waiting to stop it. They must have waited till the perfect number of people got killed so that there could be 10 teams of 10. So that there could be the teams of 10. And that's why they like called it when they did, and we're watching so closely.
Yeah, when I was saying like this guy doesn't seem that bad, what I meant was like what we've already been talking about. It's just he is not like very few of these people are like genuinely good people. They got a lot of them got here for a reason. Like the few main characters that we've seen seemingly have mostly a good reason, but he's just like I imagine like a lot of the people in here, they're kind of in it for themselves, and he's just accepted what he has to do and is playing by the rules that are set out. So it's like, I don't know if there's going to be a thing at the end where it's like, but you know, we can't let go of our humanity while we're in here. The game is getting the better of us. But it's like, at this point, that would seem kind of thin to me, because we're already in this deep. More than nearly 300 people have fucking died already. Like I'm personally past the point where, especially if I were here, if I'm putting myself in their shoes, I would be fully past the point where I like am thinking of this anything but a game, like from like whether it's a coping mechanism of being in there or just that's what it is. They all signed up to be there, especially since they all came back. Like they all had the option to leave and then came back. So to have the option to leave, choose to stay, and then complain about what you knew you were getting into, makes it difficult for me to sympathize with like the people who are like, oh, you're just a murderer. It's like, them's the rules. It's definitely not good at all. It's fucking horrible. That's the point. But that's the entire point. So like acting like it was anything else is completely ridiculous to me. So that's what I meant when I said like, this guy isn't that bad. It's like, yes, he is a bad guy. He's not a good guy, but like, what are we doing here? What's the point? Is the point to like, for us all to walk, like, you know, I don't know. It's like, that's what this always was.
Yeah.
Organ donors.
Yeah.
Organ black market.
So it seems like we're getting set up to like see the next phase of that. And obviously the doctor guy, because he's helping like harvest these organs, is getting all these nice little tips. And then finishing first. And then going to do the thing. So, I like that. I think that's interesting.
They said something about going underwater. I think that's to deliver the organs.
Yeah.
They're like, the two people go like dive down, carry chest, drop it off at a certain location, then people like from the outside.
Yeah, I wonder.
Go and pick it up, probably.
Yeah, if they are running this whole thing, I wonder if like the higher ups, like the freaking guy in the mask. I guess, but they just have so much surveillance like all over the place.
Yeah.
So I wonder how they would not know, or if like maybe he does know, but this is such like a game to him on like both sides, like the people working for him and the people actually like participating, like if he's just sort of seeing what they're doing, you know what I mean? Maybe. It's it's definitely interesting, but at the same time it is really bad, because if people found, I mean, it's like an illegal organ trade anyway, so, but if someone found it and then like was able to like determine who people were or whatever, then that could be a serious issue like for this whole operation. So, yeah. I don't know, that's interesting. I'm interested to see more of that. And like sort of where they go with that and what they're doing.
Well, I think we're just going to move right along to see the conclusion of this. Hope you leave a like and subscribe. Check out Patreon to see the next episode right now. And if you're already watching Patreon, thank you very much for your support. We'll see you in the next one. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.